um, romantic relationships. Um, you can also see collectivism inside romantic relationships and business relationships. In Wang and Lu's 2017 research called Collectivism and Commitment in Chinese People, Romantic Attachment and Vertical Collectivism, the relationship between the obligations to families and views on dating and marriage were studied. They point out that Chinese people follow a vertical communication pattern. This means that there's a hierarchy of respect within the family. Chinese parents were described to be very involved in their children's relationships and even decide who they're going to marry. Further, the authors suggested that Chinese people date to get married. People don't start relationships for fun, but rather to find a partner to grow old with. This is why significant others are also regarded as a family from the beginning, and many people are very willing to establish family bonds. Wang and Lu say, quote, the higher the degree of vertical collectivism that Chinese people have, the fewer romantic attachment insecurities they exhibit, which further encourages their higher level of commitment to their dating relationship, end quote. This goes to show how Chinese people view their romantic partners and the word. Family is regarded as the most important thing, and people are expected to forsake one's happiness to satisfy their families. This conveys the idea of collectivism and filial piety, which we have mentioned before. Collectivism is not only limited to personal connections, but also extends to business relationships as well. We can see that we examine another cultural value called guanxi. For the business relationships, guanxi is also an important concept in Chinese culture. Wonderworld's 2018 article called How a Better Understanding of Guanxi Can Improve Your Business in China explains that this term means personal connections. It implies that people have a mutual understanding of trust, responsibilities, and relationships with others. She describes that Guanxi is important in the workplace since it creates harmony between co-workers. This affects how people view business relationships since people do not only view it as just work. People focus more on networking, satisfying others, and prioritizing the company over themselves, something that is rarely seen in individualistic cultures. Now, Amy will talk about gender roles in China.
And then we